Elder Scrolls Online has been in a little bit of a lull for early 2023, with many fans having torn through the previous content the game has to offer. 2023, however, is looking like a big revamp, with a blog post giving away a few details about what we can expect from the next year. Before we get there though, let's recap 2022 for Elder Scrolls Online. It wasn't a great year for ESO, mainly because of the card game system that was added. Usually, a new feature is added to ESO and it's lauded by fans, but according to fans like Jake Clips, the reason the card system was just not it was because there were no rewards tied to this new system. When your tentpole system for a year gives little to no incentive for grinding it, you're going to wind up with some unhappy players. Even though I do realize that the game will maintain the 4 to 5 million people playing every month that they have for years now. That said, 2022 marked a year for ESO where there was a bit of a lack in terms of new things to chase. A troubled PvP system also continued to plague the game, but even the more positively received content like the new dungeons were quickly torn through. So based on my read from the community, it felt to them like other systems needed to be looked at. But more on that in just a second. The January 25th event is promising a look at their first major announcement of the year, they do this every year, and a look at what ESO's next big adventure will be. In addition to a big presence at the Developer Direct, the team will also be hosting their own separate show called the 2023 ESO Global Reveal. This will start just after the Developer Direct and will be a deep dive into what you can expect from Elder Scrolls Online in 2023. And if you're a fan of ESO, they're offering a ritual casting emote as a Twitch drop for watching along, so just a heads up there. So, what are players hoping for though? We'll get to what we know they're doing for 2023, but viewers on my channel who play ESO regularly gave me a heads up on what they want to see with this update to the universe. Ian said he wants more classes and races with an updated PvP environment that spans all of Tamriel. Darce said he's hoping for new classes, a new zone, and reworked PvP. Fernando Gomez, a longtime player, hoped to see a big zone available as the provinces of Hammerfell, Morrowind, and Blackmarsh still have a lot open for exploration, and there's even the Oblivion realms like Shivering Isles, Moonshadow, the Pit, or Hunting Grounds available. Big features also have a tendency to drop during these reveals, he said. Past showcases revealed PvP battlegrounds, jewel crafting, new classes like the Necromancer, the Antique system, companions, and the aforementioned card game. But Fernando is also hoping to see improvements to PvP. And remember Jake Clips, who I mentioned at the start of this video? Well, you guessed it, he wants to see PvP improved also. So I hope to hell the ESO team is hearing what the community is asking for, because unprompted, nearly every comment called this out as their #1 ask. But finally, Seo Walker asked for one thing that I've also wanted for years and think should have been a feature implemented long ago. Like Destiny 2, ESO desperately needs to address the cross-play and cross-progression issues so players can play together, or at the very least start on Xbox and somehow move to PC or PS5 if they so choose. Now we actually know a bit about what to expect in 2023. On December 12th, we got a sneak peek as to what we can expect for the future of Elder Scrolls Online. The studio director pointed out that what they plan to deliver is going to be based largely on community feedback. And before we continue, half of you are not subscribed, so if you hit that subscribe button right now, hit that bell, you would help me hit my goal of hitting 100,000 subscribers. Thank you so much for watching. Please consider subscribing. Let's get back into it. For 2023, he writes that there are plans to refocus on what's most important instead of creating another 40-hour-long story. Because new players have felt overwhelmed by 7 years of content thrown at them from the get-go, he said that they're moving away from a year-long adventure format that encompasses 12-month storylines and will instead create new and interesting content that we've been waiting to do for a few years now. It will also let them return to the expansive story arcs that will unfold over multiple chapters. They even laid out what you can expect for the rest of 2023, clarifying that the biggest impact of this change will be felt in the second half of the year, as there will be a major update devoted to addressing issues and quality of life improvements. And there is a promise to devote an entire update to some kind of new tentpole system for the ESO universe. Here's what it says exactly. In Q1, a dungeon DLC is going to be available. In Q2, a full featured chapter will launch in June. The 2023 ESO chapter will be a complete story. You will be able to play all the way through it without a storyline that is broken out and reserved for later in the year. We will return to larger / better and more detailed chapters by doing this. We are really excited about next year's chapter. For details, you'll have to wait for our global reveal event in January. But one hint, this will be part 1 of a multi-year story arc that will contain one of the most requested new features. Sounds interesting. In Q3, they say focus on quality of life improvements and bug fixes will be the priority. And in Q4, rather than the usual zone DLC, we'll be featuring a new system. We are working on the concept and design for this now. We'll give more details during our global reveal event early next year. Part of this year-end update post included a note that gave me a lot of hope for the possibility of crossplay and cross-saves in Elder Scrolls Online. The team has been working to update their hardware and servers, which were previously slow because of real-world constraints on purchasing hardware components. They say that this will improve reliability and performance across the board. I know it's a long shot, but I hope that means their engineers finally implement what I've hoped they would for years. If the focus is truly on what the fans have been asking for, and the ESO team manages to achieve even a few of those wants, it will make a lot of ESO players happy in 2023. Be it adding new areas, improving performance, or, of course, improving that overall PvP experience. What do you think about ESO? Let me know about it in the comments below, and if you watched this far, please consider hitting that subscribe button, because I have a goal of hitting 100,000 subscribers. I know half of you aren't subscribed, so if you hit that subscribe right now, I would hit my goal today. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Also, if you want to become a member, I post all these videos with no ads, and a big shout out to all my members for supporting the channel and allowing me to do this. If you want to become a member at any level, unlocks ad-free videos by clicking that join button. I'm gonna get out of here, but before I go, you can check out this video where I talk all about Starfield and why I'm excited for it. And I'm gonna get out of here. I'll see you for the next one. Bye for now, everybody.
Your journey towards enlightenment has finally led you here to my realm, as I knew it would.